Hello, hello. Welcome to our lunch and learn today. So the topic today, even though it is September that I'm recording this, it's all about the holidays. And the reason why is to have a successful holiday season, successful in meaning making money. It is all about strategy and planning. Now, some of you might be thinking it's 100 degrees outside, or maybe it's not where you live, but you might be thinking, do I really need to plan this early? There's plenty of time. I will tell you, if you walk in any retailer, between Costco, Hobby Lobby, any store, they've had holiday stuff up for over 30 days. So you have to think like a retailer. So I'm just going to ask you to grab a pen and a paper. This is going to be a shorter training than normal, but I want to just give you some basic ideas to incorporate into your strategy. So first of all, this is the new holiday lookbook, which is amazing if you haven't seen it. And they gave the directors, this is a good reason to become a Mary Kay. One of the many reasons is they give you all this fun stuff in our buzz kit, but in here is also all the product, but this is really cool. It's called How to Slay Your Sales, and it's all the brand new holiday line. And it also gives you all the different things to do at meetings and just different things. So this is for directors. There's a lot of resources for you as well. So I wanted to just kind of go over a few things. So there is a video, and I'm going to bring you to this right now so I can show you this. So I'm going to give you like 4 things to do. Your number one thing to do is to log on to Mary Kay in Touch, starting, I believe, on the 15th of this month. Click on Product Central, although it may show up now, and click on Holiday 2022. This video should be there, and it's called It's Time to Start Your Holiday Planning. This future executive senior sales director is fun. She's a ball of energy, and she talks a lot about her key points on making the holidays big. So your number one assignment is to listen to that 8-minute video. Not super long, but great points. Having a plan, setting a dollar amount, planning your open house, keep holding appointments now, like great strategy stuff. So you're definitely going to want to watch that. Then when you go down here, I want you to click on this button right here that says supporting materials. When you do, this is the thing I want to bring to your attention. I mean, these are all great handouts, don't get me wrong, but this one specifically, it says Holiday Selling and Team Building Guide. So when you click on download, it's going to download it for you. And I'm hoping you're all seeing that right now. On the download button, this is going to give you your Holiday Selling and Team Building Guide. So notice it's 11 pages long. If you go to page 1, it specifically has to do with September. So let's just go over these things super quick. So on September, it says, consider personal calendar commitments for the next 4 months. Like, do you have a trip plan? Do you have a surgery plan? Do you have a wedding you've got to do? Like, do you have things on your date book that are going to block you out for anywhere from a day to a week or whatever? So keep those things in mind, all right? And when you're going to work your Mary Kay business. The second thing is set a specific holiday season goal and a timeline. Like, how much do you want to accomplish? And we're going to talk about that in a minute. The next thing is schedule your virtual or in-person holiday houses, and save the dates. This is really, really important. There is a company open house invitation, but this is really important. We're going to address that in just a second. Hold beauty experiences now, skincare parties and second appointments throughout the holiday season. Keep in mind, like the fall contest with the holiday or with the fall hues, anything you can do to keep yourself in front of customers. And then keep your My Customer app up to date. So you're constantly going to be able to reach out to your customers and share the opportunity. Who wouldn't want to start a Mary Kay business pre-holiday? Because honestly, this is when they save the most money. Now, in this guide, it's going to bring you through October, which we're not going to cover. You can read all these. It's going to cover through November. It's going to cover through December. Okay, so it gives you all of these things to look at. I would read all the way to the end just so you kind of know what's coming. But specifically, I want you to home in on, excuse me, I'm so sorry, on the September flyer. All right, so with that said, I want to come back and just talk to you guys just a little bit about some options. So when you're talking about, and please, when you watch that video, she's going to go over some really, really specific things, especially a dollar amount. Now, I know some of you who are watching this video are maybe on like the friends and family plan. Like, you order Mary Kay twice a year. You're not really servicing very many customers. Maybe your aunt, your sister, your grandma, whatever, your best friend, your daughter. But what I will tell you is I don't know any family that can't use more cash for Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you celebrate, and if you don't celebrate holidays, I just don't know any family who doesn't need cash. So with that said, what could your cash buy? If you celebrate holidays, your cash could buy presents for your own family. It could pay for a trip. It could buy a new leather sectional. It could buy a new appliance. It could pay for a cruise. It could be the down payment on like some fabulous getaway. So it depends on what maybe you want to remodel your bathroom, and the first $5,000 you make, you're remodeling a bathroom. So whatever it is, I will tell you, write down a number. And I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but double the number. So if your goal was to say, well, I'd like $2,000 for the holidays, I want you to double it. And I'll tell you why is you've got to stretch yourself. You've got to go beyond what you think you can do. You know, God doesn't plant little seeds in your head. The seeds that are planted in your head are massive, like abundance. Expect abundance to come. Even if you've gotten 9 no's in a row, statistically, it's impossible to get 10 physical no's in a row. I'm not talking about no shows or people who don't text you back. But when you talk to people on the phone and you make phone calls to your customers, there's no way you're going to get 10 no's in a row. Try to prove me wrong. Okay. So let's talk just for a second about ways that you can make money. I'm just going to throw out a few ideas that she didn't cover in the video. One of them is adopt a grandparent. Now, we have to be careful because our legal department does not want us out asking for donations. And I get that because there's a legal, I don't even want to go there, but it has something to do with legal. We're not allowed to ask for a donation. However, we make a gift in my unit, which encompasses a teddy bear and a hand cream and a lip balm from Satin Lips and a pair of socks and a stocking and all this stuff. So we ask people if they would like to purchase a gift for a senior in these low-income skilled nursing homes. So we do the 5 facilities in my area are all Medi-Cal low-income facilities. So if you want more information, I will shoot a video later on all the adopted grandparent stuff. However, adopted grandparent can be amazing for you for production. Now, do you make any money on it? I personally don't. And that's up to you, but I don't make any money on it. I roll every dollar collected into more gifts for seniors. Does that make sense? So I make like, I think $4 on each one. So for every 3 I sell, I can buy another one, if that makes sense. So just put that down. Adopt a grandparent is a potential way to make more sales. Also, what about selling to men and women for their business or their staff? So I just had a gentleman buy 11 gifts for me as staff appreciation. And so he wanted to appreciate people on his staff. None of them are in an office. They all work virtually, all 11 of his staff. So he had me mail 11 boxes to these people, male and female, all over the United States that work for him. All right. So be thinking about who do you know that has a business? Now, it could be your neighbor. It could be your best friend that you guys do social things with because he's your best friend, or it's your best friend's husband or whatever. But let's say he's an engineer or an attorney or a contractor. He probably is going to need gifts for his staff. He might be doing appreciation gifts for anybody who's referred business to him. And let's talk about the women. What about women buying for their staff? Women's staff appreciation. So businesses are making these decisions now. Businesses don't typically buy in December for their staff. They always buy September, October. And because we have limited edition stuff coming out, one of the things that was a big seller for me, I had a woman that I know who takes care of a home for Down syndrome adults. And she is the head coordinator and she has a staff of 41 people. And she said to me, Diane, she goes, I have a really tiny budget. And she said, is there any way you have 41 of anything? And I went, like, I tried not to act like surprised, like everybody orders 41 of everything, right? I said, well, I could get you 41 of anything. And she says, well, I know, but I don't really have much of a budget. I said, well, how much could you do? And she goes, I could maybe do $10 per person plus tax. I said, okay, I have Mint Bliss or we have hand cream. And I said, but the Mint Bliss comes with socks that are free. She goes, oh, I'll take that. So like a ding dong, I offered to wrap them all, which was fine. But I put a sock inside a sock and then put the Mint Bliss inside. And in each package, I put my label on it. And I included a $10 gift certificate that expired at the end of March because she gave these out as holiday gifts. I delivered to her these boxes of these beautiful, I just toss them in a cello bag with a really cute bow, but the stockings were really cute. She got all of those for her staff. Now you guys do the math. You know, if somebody buys 40 gifts from you at $12 each, I mean, that can make a significant impact to your sales for the week, right? So getting people to think about purchasing for their staff is really, really big. Or appreciation gifts. I have a lot of realtors that I've talked to that are buying for people who've been doing their staging, their underwriting, their inspections, their appraisals. You know, people who get a house and they want an 18-day close and they're like, I need an inspection. I need this. I need this. Those realtors have made so much money this last year. They want to send appreciation gifts. So maybe the beauty box. I mean, there's a zillion ideas. Just be thinking of who you know. Because at first you might think, I don't know anybody. But I'm thinking, what about my chiropractor? What about my dentist? What about my tax prep guy? The brand new tax prep guy. I could reach out to him this year. So I have a guy who did carpet cleaning. So who could you make a list of either businesses that you've done business with or they're personal friends of yours. Like I have a guy who's doing some floor covering for me. I need to ask him what he's getting his wife, right? Or other vendors that he deals with that he might want as appreciation. All right, so let's talk about selling to men for the women in their life. So you probably have men that you know, whether it be professional or personal, maybe they're a neighbor, whatever. What are they getting their wife or their girlfriend? Hopefully not both. Their wife or their girlfriend, their daughter, their mom, their sister. So I have a gentleman who lives across the street. He's got a sister and a mom and a daughter. So potentially that could be 3 gifts, and none of them live in the state of California. So I would be mailing 3 gifts out. So just be thinking, you guys, just start a list. You might even just get a huge, big old fat, like lined piece of paper like this and just start putting things on it like my $1 million holiday season, 2022 record-breaking holiday season, and just start brainstorming. Who do you know? Go on Facebook, see who comments, see what men you have as Facebook friends, see what women you know who have a husband. Okay, so another one I want to talk to you briefly about is a holiday boutique. Now, the first year when we had the lockdown, when COVID first hit, I've always done a very lucrative holiday boutique well, for me, it was very lucrative. To some of you, it probably isn't as much as you do, but I usually sell between $3,000 and $4,000 in 2 days. And without having that holiday boutique, I was thinking, how am I going to generate those same sales? Like I need, that's what pays my bills, right? Is my sales and my director check and stuff. So I wanted to do one. And I thought, well, what if I wrapped everything and I put on a Santa's hat and I put on music and I go to them? So I recorded one and then I did a whole bunch that were live. So the live ones were super fun. I said, hey, I'm going live for a holiday boutique on Friday. I'd love you to jump on. And then I would do guest drawings. And I sold so much product the last 2 Christmases, not having a holiday boutique in person because I couldn't, right? Due to nobody was vaccinated and like all of that stuff. So, but the one advantage of me recording one, I want you to hear my heart, record a really good one, because then what I did is I sent it out to like all my customers and I said, hey, I'm doing some research and I'd like you to watch this video and then vote on your 3 favorites. And I'm going to enter you into a drawing for a free whatever. And I think I was giving away the hand cream and lip set for that year. And I said, you're automatically going to go into a drawing. I will be doing the winner by Saturday. So please watch this video. It's 10 minutes long. And I made my holiday boutique. I think it was under 15 minutes. And they'd watch it and they would text me back their 3 favorites. Well, then I started keeping track. I said, I'll let you know what the top 3 items are. So then they would text me back, love the mint with the free socks, love the satin hands, love the whatever. And they would vote on their top 3. And so I just was constantly keeping a tally. And again, you can do them live. They're a lot of fun. You could even have somebody host it. So let's say you have a girlfriend named Kathy and she jumps on with her 4 friends. So she's technically my holiday hostess. And then I have Suzanne jump on with her 2 friends. Then I have Madison jump on with her 3 friends. They're all on one holiday boutique together. I'm paying 3 women hostess credit. Why not? They're bringing people on I don't know, right? You're going to have people put stuff in the chat. There's ways for you to reach out to them afterwards. That's another video training. But just think of how impactful that could be. And we're talking about an entire holiday boutique. And if you tell them you'll be done in 20 minutes, most women will give you 20 minutes for an entire holiday boutique. You just got to be organized. So you might start with selling to men, selling to teens, office gifts, and then personal gifts. And I will be giving you more tips on that later. So, but doing the holiday boutique, also be looking for pop-ups in your neighborhood, like little tiny things. Church boutiques. Now, technically, we're not supposed to sell at those, but you can bring things ready to buy merchandise and then take orders. So that's typically how the Mary Kay legal department wants us to do it. So look for pop-ups, holiday boutiques at senior centers, at churches, neighborhood pop-ups. Don't spend a lot of money on those, but just start looking for those because they're all over the place. All right. And then the other thing is make sure you're asking for a wish list. A lot of people have end of the year birthdays in September, October, November, December. That's 4 months out of the year, you guys. That's a third of the year. So chances are somebody in your family has a September, October, November, December birthday. So are you asking for a wish list? That to me is what a hashtag party board is it's kind of their wish list of what they'd love to have. And so you might start at your party saying, hey, does anybody at the party tonight have a birthday between now and January 1st? And maybe you make a note of that at your parties and on their hashtag party board. So you get their wish list. All right. Now, when you do get an official wish list for the holidays, you want to ask that person when they send you the hashtag party board, if they don't get everything on their wish list, then you can say, well, who do you think will be purchasing gifts for you this holiday season that I might be able to text a wish list to? And most people are like, oh my gosh, call my brother. He never knows what to get me. But that way they get what they want, right? And then the last thing I want to mention to you guys is do as many, and hear my heart on this one, do as many, 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 many faces as you can this month. So between my personal opinion and experience in the industry is between now and October 31st, do a personal blitz. Get everybody who you've ever sold to re-excited. Make sure they're using their skincare. If they bought a Miracle Set 9 months ago, they're probably not using it if they haven't reordered it. So go back, do them, do new faces, get as many people in your skincare circle between now and, let's say, before Halloween. So that on Halloween, your gears shift into, now I've got this strong following of clients that I now can market the holidays to. Does that make sense? So you want to just kind of make a list of who you could go out. Who did you mail a packet out to that has never jumped on? I made a list the other night of like 8 people who have a packet from me who've never jumped on. And I'm like, do you still have your packet? That's the first question. Some of them said, no, I already ripped it open and used it all because they haven't returned my text or whatever. But what I'm saying is I'd love to schedule a 15-minute session with you. Yes, 15 minutes. Because in the 5 to 8 minutes, the charcoal mask, or the 8 to 10 minutes, the charcoal mask is drying, or the glycolic peel is drying. Then I'm going to talk to them about other products, right? And then they wash it off, put their moisturizer on, and we're done. So I'd rather set up a private 20-minute appointment with all the people with a packet than to try to get them to rebook a party. Because my experience has been, if I can get you to jump on and we go through your packet together and we do it in 20 minutes or less, you love the product so much that then you are like, okay, I want to do a party. And I'll even at the end of your 20-minute facial say to you, oh my gosh, Suzanne, if you love today, if you want, we can still get your 3 friends together so you can get $100 shopping spree at half price. Once she's tried it and she feels how amazing her skin feels, she's going to probably want to book a party with you. And she can also do her holiday gift buying. Anytime you can give a woman a half off shopping spree, they get excited. So I will tell you guys, September is really, really key. People who take this month off mentally and start thinking about the holidays in October and start planning their November, they're not going to have the same financial success. So figure out the number that you want. Would $5,000 matter to you and your family? I mean, profit, not sales, profit, meaning, yes, you need to sell 10,000. And for some of you, you're probably going, what? Sell 10,000? Yeah. You guys, it's like, if you want big results, you got to think big. So if you're doing, I find that when men purchase gifts, the average guy spends they spend $100 per person per gift, unless they're buying for their staff, in which case they would prefer to go down to the $30 to $50 range. So it depends, but you guys make a list of who do you know, everybody that you know, and do they have a business? They might be self-employed. Like he or she might be an engineer, he or she might be an attorney, but even if they're an attorney, they don't work in a law office because they're self-employed, right? That doesn't mean that they haven't gotten referrals during the year. Maybe they have a paralegal they want to acknowledge. Maybe they have an admin they want to acknowledge, somebody who's given them some business. So let people know you have a professional gift buying service that takes care of staff appreciations and any gift buying. And if they buy enough gifts, let them know that you'll ship everything for free, because you just ship it through CDS, or you can ship it through Pirate Ship, or however you guys do all your shipping. All right. I hope you guys have found these tips helpful. Truly, 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 September is going to make all the difference in the world. So you guys have got to have a strategy. So here's what I'd love you to do in the comment section below the video is type in, and don't worry about what other people think. This isn't about anybody else's goal but yours. What would you love what is your December 24th financial goal? Like, how much product do you want to sell between now and December 24th so you can put half in your pocket? So would it be sell 8,000, 4,000 profit? Would it be sell 10,000, 5,000 profit? Is it sell 3,000, 1,500 profit? Can you imagine what would you do with that cash? Maybe it's finally buy a new artificial Christmas tree because your old one's really needs to be thrown away. Or is it maybe surprise your significant other with a cruise to Mexico over the holiday season? Or what is it? Is it buying a new piece of furniture or a new appliance, or maybe putting money down on a car? What would you do with the cash? Can you imagine having an all cash Christmas, an all cash holiday season? It's there if you guys want it. It's all about planning. So put in the comments below what you want is your sales goal, and half of that would be your profit. Or you can just list what you want your profit to be. But I'd love to know. All right, you guys have a great day. Thanks for jumping on.